Yo, Sigma here. Thanks for joining me again, or for the first time, for another one of my streams. This time it is once again the probably the top three. I didn't get what the top looked like at the end last night, or I should say around 3 o'clock today. But that's not really that important. I'm going to start off with the usual setup, because I enjoyed that setup. Honestly, I'm not sure how much it'll improve. A lot of my team is a matter of, yeah, I spent a long time building it. I don't have the money for the constant gear grind. I don't feel like we should have to do that either. I kind of like the idea of building a mobile suit or gunpla and just going, you know? One sec. Oh, gee, that was fast. I don't think I need to stay in that match for long. There tends to be a procedure to how I fight, as one has probably seen if you're a continued viewer, or whatever that word is. Returning viewer? Yeah. Yeah, that's the word. Returning viewer. No background music. Excuse me. At least not this time. I haven't found anything that feels appropriate for it, for some reason. Nope. I don't... Yep. That's annoying. That little prick still stays alive pretty long. I don't understand the appeal of building ugly gunpla. I don't know. I'm in it for the building. Not in it to spend a bunch of money on it. Usually seems like after the first wave it's pretty easy to beat it with the... I don't know why. It happens all the time. And that barely hits my average right now. I'm not happy with that. My score's been declining quite a bit. I haven't really been able to push my team past the point they're at right now. But I don't spend a lot on the gacha. And so you either have to be able to build the suits quick to be that powerful, or you kind of trail behind. I'll try a few more times. I feel like I could probably beat that score, maybe. Focus Fire with Tonbo is basically the name of the game. Pick out whatever suit's problematic on the first run, in the first or second. No, you're not the one I was supposed to be targeting. Oh yeah, I was right. Scotty P is copying Mikatsu's build. I don't know why. Why would you design that? Maybe they're copying someone else's build, and I just don't know what they're referencing. It may also turn out that the first time I did it, or that particular time, is just the best score I'm going to get. Always be willing to accept that. Because I don't feel like wasting a bunch of time on it, personally. But to each their own, you know? There's probably one successful fight through each of these. Yeah, I don't know why I don't keep... This is a really annoying factor of this game, is that the targeting system is so unreliable. You should just be able to hit the target button and reliably know that it's going to target in the switch targets in the exact same way. But there's no real... Yeah. And sorry, but... poking whatever target you want to hit on the screen is not that intuitive. Not to me anyway, I guess. Bye-bye. You're not gonna really get that far. Heal. Might be better score. No, it's not. It's not gonna be better score at all. That isn't gonna help anybody. All that does is stall my score a little. Now I have to hunt again to get... Oh, hey, cool. Nice. You know, that's alright. That's decent. I don't know. If I really feel like trying more, I don't always feel like it. Limited reward, limited incentive to continue. Like, I feel like with them raking in hundreds of dollars per week from some players, that they could probably afford to give away a couple hundred Haro every day and be absolutely golden. But They don't. And in fact, it could actually increase their ability to charge the people who will spend exorbitant amounts of money on the game to spend more on the game, because it changes their perception of the currency. I hate these guys. People have started using chains and whip type weapons for a while recently to as a stall tactic. I've noticed it. It's almost a perfect stun every time. I don't do it because I don't want to waste time on it. But if you've got a suit for it, go for it. Especially if you want to build a team that's heavy and basic attack ability. It can be worth it. Depends if you've got the collection for it. I don't. Many people don't. So there's a few different scenarios through the first wave. Most of them end up requiring that first one to derp and not do its thing properly. The real midget one, short one, excuse me for using that term, the tiny one with the gangly arms. It is very disproportionate. Meanwhile, the other waves are fairly simple. I need to get over Hinotori faster, because if she activates her Axis drop too soon, she can't activate it again for the entire match due to the debuff. You will be dead before you finish that buff, or I will. This might be the final challenge I make. I don't think I can get a perfect damage score against this set of teams. It's just not possible. Please die. No! Frick! Yeah, there's no fucking point. I'd make the same mistake too, though. Because it appears as though most of the team has a has the debuff. I haven't figured out which one it is that does the debuffing, but it's probably a defender. Based on tank ability, mostly. It makes sense. You would want your most survivable suit to be debuffing for you in this instance. Because you want it to stay active. Oh, I probably wasted it. Yeah, I did waste it. Awesome. I'm a fucking idiot. Whoops. Oh well. It appears as though other people are struggling about as much as I am against this set of teams. But it's a very clearly established hierarchy. And it's all based on who's paying the most. So on one level, I guess you could thank them, but I think that that's too generous. They don't spend that money out of any, you know. Bye-bye. How is it still activating crap while it's doing that? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I should also, one thing I forgot to do. Not sure how much it's going to help, but it might help. It might help. That's not the right one. Wow. Yep. Offense up. I put that fugly head on there for this exact reason. I kid. The X Gundam doesn't have a terrible. It doesn't look that bad. It's all right. I figured out that I'd accidentally hobbled my Star Raven. It wasn't doing half of its job. And I'm an idiot for it. Bye. So useful. Combo's gonna die from this. Oh, surprise. No, Hinatori died from that. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Hinatori died from that. But I might be able to get a better score without my tall geese variant being hobbled like that. I don't know why I was doing that. Although it appears to have not affected my power at all. Which makes me wonder what the heck combat power is even calculated from. Mostly nonsense, I think. That's what I think. It's mostly bullshit. Nonsense is a polite way to put it. But I'm not always polite, so that's fine. Bye. Yeah, I think this is going to do better. I hope it'll do better. I don't believe in a lot of things. Yeah. Skaboom. Yeah, there we go. That's decent. I even got a 90k. Average is like 92.5k right now. Might be able to do better. depends on operator base activation, and honestly, below a 5% activation for the operator base, it's not really useful. So the time it takes for the operator base to build up to a useful level means that it's functionally useless for most people playing the game. Or at least the top tier players don't really need it. It doesn't even the odds up very much. It just adds a pretend button that says, I like. But arguably, I think someone with the skills to use that is better than someone who's probably at the top, and they're mostly just beating it rogue. That's not gonna help you much. Ah, you piss ant. It's alright. I don't know why I'm continuing this challenge. This is not gonna do better than my last one. It's a waste of effort, waste of time. But now I know there's a pressure wave in there in the middle, or at the end. It doesn't really matter. Good for them. I stopped using that mostly because I don't really have the power to. It doesn't really matter on the offensive side. Not really. That was decent, looks like. But I think I gave up my heal for that. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Did they all survive too? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did anything better. No, I didn't do better. Basically, yeah, basically the same. Lower, actually. Would have to be a lower score than the last time. It could match, but it wouldn't be, yeah, it would have to be lower. But that's not matching. I know, it was just like a couple of minutes ago, but what would it be like? Probably stop this at 30 minutes because I got other stuff I want to do. And this is only fun for so long. I spent hours at it before. See how I do if I just focus. I don't think this is going to be better than my last one, but hey, at least you can see what these guys look like. Dark Edge almost always died instantly, so I just don't foresee it being much use to me or to you. At least Tori behaves mostly as intended. Nah, yeah, that's what I expected. Nothing in that score was better, of course. It's just getting more and more difficult to get a maxed out damage score for me, so part of me doesn't feel like wasting all the time and effort that it would take to get there. Not at this point. So I'll try one more. Go hit my head against the one-on-one. And see how that goes. 1v1 is... I don't really know what picks the top 100 there. I've never gotten up there. Oh, would you look at that. This is just going to be a totally wasted run. At least I think so, anyway. Basically everything that I have that's of use is actually... Wow, how is that filled? Not filled. What the fuck? That pissed me off. You can probably tell by me saying fuck. But hey, I think I'm up to 11 or 12 now. I like to keep count of how many times I say F words. Or specifically that one. Suffice to say, I'm well past an R rating on most of them. Most of the time. And I'm okay with that. If I could hit the operator base at some point during, you know, all the cutscenes that take up the entire screen, that'd be freaking nice. But no, there's no operator base button for that. Because that's the perfect moment half the time. It's like about halfway through a match, there's enough of a bonus to matter. Before that, it just doesn't. Good job. Okay. Yep. Good. 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 Bye-bye to you. I don't know what you are, but you're ugly. And that's not entirely what matters. This isn't going to be much. I basically have to get the last chunk of damage in the last hit here, which isn't possible. I mean, I think all it takes is that one bit of overkill damage, but I don't know, honestly. Hey! It is marginally better by 170 some odd points. Yay! I love scraping by for pennies. That was sarcasm for those of you who aren't fluent. And I am. It sounds a little pretentious when I put it that way, but I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. So, this, sure, let's go. I don't usually do this, but might as well for once. Usually the easier way to get a good score is to shoot fish in a barrel, basically. You go for the easy challenge, which isn't a challenge, it's just shooting fish in a barrel. Bye. So I'm not really sure what determines what gets to the top. I've seen people claim that they're getting 262 1.262, etc. throughout the entire week, and I'm like, bullshit. Picks where it didn't happen. And most of the time, people don't provide pictures for that. They mostly just claim, or they provide part of a picture, which is like, well, this is kind of why I like to do the videos. You can see that I'm doing this live this time. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass. There's also gonna be everybody trying to look like the, Grandpa Gundam, because they can, and it's. I don't know why. I've always been curious about what chose that aesthetic, why that, like, weird blue vest and white legs thing. At least that's what it looks like to me, like a blue vest with white legs and stuff. But you're not here to hear me talk about that. Maybe you are. Maybe I'm accidentally shaming someone. I'm gonna go for this one. I think this is the same guy I fought before, but this time we're on the moon. No, we're not on the moon. We're in the desert. I wish it would just... That's annoying. It's very annoying. Same guy. Yeah. Personally, I think it should exclude the ability to fight the same person over and over again like that. That's... even though I just did that. I could have fought the 5 million, but I didn't feel like it. When you're going after min-maxing, why would you fight a reasonable challenge? In any case, thanks for joining me. Like, comment, and or subscribe, etc. I'll, be back doing this next Monday and Sunday, etc.